So most of you know me as dealing with Wikipedia, but today I want to address Grokipedia. I know there's been a lot of talk about it. Some people love it, some people hate it, regardless of why it was founded, who runs it, whether you like AI or not, it's here. It's very important to keep an eye on it, especially if you already have a Wikipedia presence, because chances are if you have a Wikipedia page, you will have a Grokipedia page. The reason for that is when Grokipedia was founded, and there's more history about the founding and everything in the comment section here. I left a link to an article I wrote that kind of covers the history, but when it was founded, it took a lot of its content directly from Wikipedia. And that's what a lot of AI models do. The majority of them use Reddit, Wikipedia, LinkedIn, those types of sources in order to get their information. So it's really important to pay attention to Grokipedia because it's pulling directly from Wikipedia. If you don't have your information correct on Wikipedia, the information on Grokipedia is going to be completely different. Now, just a quick overview. Grokipedia was basically started as an alternative to Wikipedia. Again, there's more information in the comments and in the link in the comments below, but a lot of people are using it now. It's powered by Grok, which will go out and verify content, pull content from Wikipedia. And for a while, when it initially launched, there was no way to edit it. You just kind of had to take it on its face that what was there is factual. Now, since that time, Grok has an edit feature that will allow you to edit. And it also has a feature that just recently here in 2026 has been made available if you want to create a page in Grokipedia. Now, the whole point of this video is just to give you a quick overview of how to do the editing. It's very, very simple as opposed to Wikipedia, but there are some drawbacks to it per se. When you suggest an edit in Grokipedia, because you cannot make a direct edit, you can't go in, hit edit, change content, and save it like you can with Wikipedia. Wikipedia has human oversight where people check various articles like that. For Grokipedia, you basically have to suggest that edit to Grok, and then Grok will go out and verify whether or not it should be implemented based on whatever guidelines or policies that Grokipedia has in place behind the scenes here. So, the drawback to that is if AI can't verify it or if it feels that it can't be there, there's really no human interaction like you have on Wikipedia. But it is also a good thing where you don't have to deal with just a few editors on Wikipedia. Sometimes you'll get 2 or 3 editors on a page who have a specific bias, who don't want to listen to anybody's point of view. They want to manipulate the guidelines or misread them on their behalf or in their favor, and therefore you're not going to get anything done. So there's positives and negatives to the editing style on Grokipedia. But I'm going to share my screen now and show you exactly how to make edits in Grokipedia. And it's actually very straightforward. So right here, we have Grokipedia. It's very simple. You have your name up here. Once you log in, it'll have like a history of your edits if you want them. It'll have your account, your activity, or any chats that you may have with Grok. Now I have a premium, so I'm not going to show you exactly my search history or anything else like that, but it's a feature available for you. Down here, it's got new edits that have been made. You can see this one was 36 minutes ago to 2001 World Series. So edits aren't going as quickly as they are in Wikipedia. I mean, Wikipedia, you're probably going to have 100 edits in this next minute, maybe more. So like this one here, 2020 NBA Finals. Now, the article that I chose today is called Love Between Lines. It is a new series. It's actually a Chinese television series that just came out here in January. Now, I know one thing about this series is that it has an alternative name. That name is right here. Now, the issue with that is it's not in Grok. If I search, boom, it's not there, 0 results. So what I can do is come here, highlight this, and hit Suggest Edit. Now in the summary, I can say, this is also known by an alternative name, which was the original title. It should be mentioned I can spell right. Mention for context as some people may search by that name. Now, supporting sources. Now, since we know Grok loves Wikipedia and loves IMDb, we're going to do the IMDb link here. We're also going to add another source. We can just go type it in here. Let me see. Let's see here. Yeah. Find here. Let's use this here. We will add another source. Drama list. And I forgot to put the name in here for Grok, so here is another one. And every time you add a source, Grok's going to go out and check for it here. One here. There's one right here from when it originally came out. So now I have 4 sources, and I'm just going to submit edit. Now, with this, it says, thank you for collaboration, edit submitted. Edits do not happen immediately. It takes time for Grok to go out and do the searching and then come back and say, yeah, whether or not they're going to accept the edit. Now, right now, we're having maybe 50, 60% success rates with edits. We're trying to figure out, my agency's trying to figure out exactly what guidelines and criteria they're using, because they're not as straightforward as and spelled out as they are in Wikipedia. So we'll come back to this in just a little bit. I want to show you, while we're waiting, how to create a page. Now, I already did some research, and there is a best-selling book called The Correspondent. Now, if you search for the name, you can see that there's correspondent film, there's other things with correspondent, but there's nothing about the novel. So if you put that in and hit enter, this window pops up automatically and says, would you like to suggest an article? Now, what we're going to do is come over here and use this feature. It's the same thing. So you can either do it here by searching, or you can hit suggest article. It's going to come up either way. So we're going to put this down here, and we're going to go and start finding references. Number 1 is going to be the New York Times. And it wants to know, what specific aspects would you like to learn about? Why is this topic important? I'm just going to put it is a best-selling book. I would like information about the plot, its release date, where it stands on bestseller lists, information about the author, and we're going to include a link. We always include a link just because, and we're going to submit the suggestion. Now, it's that easy. They're going to review the quest and see if they add it to Grokipedia. Now, again, the success rate is going to be, roughly 50%. So right now, even this here is still in review. Our edit from 2 minutes ago, so Grok's still going after it. Now, what I will show you is if we go to the home screen, we can go to this AI-powered assessment where it shows, here we go, we're going to go to the edited article first. Here's the article that was edited. And if you go up to edits history, I'm going to show my edits. It's going to show everybody who has requested edits to it. And it's going to show you whether or not it's been rejected or approved. Right here, someone requested this. It was rejected. Here's another edit. Here's the original text. This is what they wanted added. They approved. So another thing too is you can see the editors over here are putting exact changes in there, which is really, really good. So we made a suggestion for an alternative name, and we made a suggestion for a new Grokipedia page. A lot of times what you can do is go onto the specific page, you highlight whatever you want changed. So twist introduced in 2023, you can put suggested edit, and then put the exact content that you want to change to. You can put change this to this, or you can just put the new information in there and it will help exactly with what it's doing. So come back and edit history, and it's still reviewing. So you can come back to Grokipedia and look for love between lines, look at the edit history and see if this is taken. You can also come to correspondent novel and see if by any chance they have started creating it and kind of get the hang of it and see if these have taken or not taken. Suggest some edits yourself if you want. Grokipedia still has a higher threshold like Wikipedia does. You can't just create a page for yourself. I mean, I'm sure you could try, you could suggest, but it's likely not going to happen. Grok still has to go online and verify information about you and figure out why people would want to hear about you. So it has its own notability criteria. It's not just a database for entering your names, but it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We do this as a service along with Wikipedia pages, mainly because the connection between Wikipedia and AI right now is very, 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 they're very woven together. When you search something in Perplexity, Claude, Grok, something like that, it goes out on the internet and tries to find information to, add your queue. If it doesn't have it in its, memory database, it goes and tries to find out that new information. And it also learns from places like, again, Reddit, Wikipedia. So whatever your Wikipedia page said when Grok went and learned about you is what Grok's going to say. Whatever your Wikipedia page says when Claude went out and learned about you, that's what Claude's going to tell people about it. So very, very important to make sure your Wikipedia is accurate because it feeds directly to the AI searches, the GEO. In addition to the GEO, to the AI searches, Grokipedia already has its own encyclopedia to display. So if you have any questions, my website is in the link below. You can always reach out to me, ask me any questions. We'd be glad to answer anything you have about Grokipedia, Wikipedia, or how it relates to AI.